I became stuck on what I was putting out on the mud-packed walls, eventually changing into rocks, sandstone, limestone, depending what mixture it will have been if left long enough, or going through a flood. Maybe going through some heat like a volcanic event or something like that, or some kind of change in reality, pre-flood world where everything was different somehow without getting into here. Also areas that show petrified wood. I will show pieces of it here, but I just don't want to be pulling out all my endless images from my final jigsaw playlist. Yeah, I've made over 30 videos on that. I'm not just going to keep pulling it out for you. I've shown you enough examples of petrified wood, calcified mineralized wood. This isn't really what you call megalithic, which is what this playlist is really about. I'm not quite sure when this stuff was made, these sites like this. The fact that they're still standing, I can't really imagine them being more than a few hundred years old. In fact, I would say that the reason why they're still standing at all, a few gable ends here and there, is because they were half buried, right? So they were stable enough to not fall down. Just like in World War II, when cities were getting bombed, all the buildings that were just built out of brick, just one singular wall, not even having a breeze block wall running up the center of it or being tied with the metal ties to keep them together, they just fell down. Yeah, you might get a gable end and then you get a part of it struck on the bottom and the whole thing just gets dragged down. It's another reason why they started building a bit later on, like with a wooden skeleton throughout the wall, and then carry on building bricks around that just to keep it more stable. But when you look at these buildings here, and there are entire villages built this way, I just cannot see how you could come up with an idea and think that any building like this is safe in any way, shape or form. I don't even think we could do it. It's that unstable, just pieces of rock just stacked up in each other without any binder. There's just no way. And then to have a higher floor and then build a roof onto it and have this thing stable just makes no sense to me at all. Yes, they're still standing. Like I say, I think areas were half buried. That's the only reason why they ended up still standing today. Then they get excavated back